All right, hello everyone. Let's get going here. I'm gonna hop into the comment to start tonight off. I had a request for, I think this is what request was for, kind of like a dinky little high rate of fire gun. So, which my voice is a little sketchy tonight. I'm a little bit under the weather here. So here's the hoping everything goes well. Which, yay, the request feature works here. Awesome. Which, hello everyone. Nice to see you guys. All right, but kind of to get the little changes happening here. So I changed some stuff around with the whole currency thing. You can check out the Fussbot portion, the URL, to kind of see things that you can purchase, and also basically I changed it to every 20 minutes. 20 minutes, 20 biscuits that you earn for watching. But for tank requests, basically, it's getting a little bit harder for me to be able to keep track of all the tank requests and pick them out during chat. So I made a new command for it. Essentially, you put an exclamation point and then request after it. You can find it on the Fussbot URL. It has all the commands listed. So essentially, you type that and then the tanks you want me to play afterwards. And I'm only going to be picking tank requests out from those commands because it then comes up under my name in the chat. Very easy for me to scroll through and pick them out without having to basically weed through everything else when I'm kind of behind the chat and stuff like that. So it'll make things a little bit easier for me, and you guys won't have to continually listen to me saying that I'm catching up on the chat. So, but hopefully all goes well. I'm still figuring out this chatbot thing, and it's a work in progress, but hopefully I'll be able to get it down pat pretty well here soon. Crap, there's a T20, and of course I missed. Whoa, you're not supposed to shoot at me. And of course he killed my gunner. And he's throwing frickin' premium rounds. Like, who knew that you need a premium rounds for a T1 heavy in a T20? Yeah. So I'm gonna go down here and help out this way, because they are about to get stomped down here if we all don't. Yeah, I can't pen that Thunderbolt. At least not where I'm at right now. I knew that M6 was gonna push on up here. Alright, the M6 is shit. Okay, they're pushing. I probably should have stayed back here with this guy, but a little too late. But at least for the request feature, I do want to put it to where each user, you guys can use it every so often. I'm thinking 30 minutes is decent because there's a lot of people watching, and I had to remove that for now just because there seems to be a bug with it. Hello.
Are you okay with follow-up?
Sure, that works.
Also, I hope you don't mind Levi laying on your pillow.
Huh?
Levi was laying on your pillow.
Okay.
He apparently wanted to snuggle.
I'm sure. But yeah. So at least for now, hopefully, everything works out here. It's the first stream trying to do this, so it might take a little bit to get down pat here, but I'm hoping it just makes it a little bit easier, you know, for me. That way I'm not continually, like, panicking that I'm behind on the chat by, like, 5 minutes and stuff. And it'll just make things easier, I hope. Yeah. Thought I was going to get one more shot on this turret, but nope. Not really too enthralled with pushing on an OI experimental, so I'm going to run back to the base here. Just to be sure. But as far as requests go, yeah, I can get to the 140, the UDES, Type 4, the ELC, and I see the bat chat down there too.
Go here. Go here. Oh, Andy, you brought your mega hog in.
Alright. Yeah, Levi's a little needy right now. I didn't exactly have a ton of time from after I got home from work and couldn't really do much with him today. A little bit busy today. Which 9.19, the stuff I've kind of been seeing from that is not the, like 9.18 I think was a really good patch here. 9.19 seems to be, to me, a very disturbing. It's almost, to me, as bad as, like, the ranked battle mode, great. Like, it seems exciting. But, basically, more or less, the whole bonds thing, it seems like they're going about it and it's going to break balance immensely. Probably. Ooh, no, we're not. Let's say, probably going to die here. But really my only choice is to push up on this guy so I don't get hit by the experimental. And I got hit by the experimental in the back. Awesome. Alright, so I did almost 2,000 damage, but hopefully my team can win this, because this is a very winnable match here. Alright, so the 140 is the next request here. But, basically, 9.19, it's getting a lot of backlash. Honestly, basically the equipment they're trying to add, like, there's other stuff coming in 9.19, but basically the equipment they're adding that you can bind with only bonds, and for people to gain them through ranked battles and have bonds to purchase that equipment with, they're going to buff tanks to where it's only available on tier 10s, I believe, and only people that play ranked battle and do well are going to get a lot of this equipment. Essentially, it's like I saw some of the values, like the Type 5 Heavy with the HE gun had like 5,000 DPM or something. Like, it's going to completely break the balance, and it's not even, you can't even say it's pay to win. It's basically, I don't know, the better you are and the more you dump into the ranked battle mode to gain more bonds, the more rewarded you are going to be, and you're going to completely curb stomp most people. Like, you're going to have about a 5% performance advantage off the bat over somebody without that bond equipment. It's just, to me, it's retarded. It's honestly probably worse than the whole the Rubicon patch where they put inscriptions and emblems and tied like bonuses to your crew to. It's worse than that, in my opinion. But basically, the bond thing, to me, they're adding them in the wrong way, and a lot of other people feel the same way, and basically breaking game balance for no good reason. It's like they could, add special camouflages in. They could add special inscriptions, reward people with, special premium tanks tied with the ranked battle mode that you can purchase with bonds. Like there's a ton of different things they could do with it. Instead, they're doing the one thing that basically lures people in for the basically carrot on the stick that you'll be able to make other tanks better than their counterparts without the equipment. Like it's just, to me, stupid. Daniel, no, not the test server. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to download 9.19, set anything up, and I've watched a few videos on it. It's just yeah, I haven't had time to be able to do it. It's like I barely had time. Like I haven't even honestly eaten anything since breakfast time. After I got done work today, I guess I'm gonna go with this E5, but I'm really not liking. I'm not liking this at all. It's like I'm gonna end up dying, and honestly, this whole flank's gonna end up dying, but it is what it is, because like we have a lot of people in the town right now, but honestly they're not pushing. Yeah, they're just kind of sitting there for the most part. So it's kind of frustrating, to say the least. But I think heading down here was the better of two evils, I guess you could say. Which, crap, that's not good. I just got freaking TVP'd. I'm about to... Yeah, I'm dead. Pretty much dead here. Not only do I have an ammo rack, but yeah, I'm tracked. An enemy finally pounced. But don't know why. You know that you have at least 2 or 3 tanks on them. Should have pushed when you had the chance. Instead, we're going to very easily lose there. But yeah, to me, I really hope Wargaming honestly just scraps the whole thing and pushes it back a patch, the bond feature, or, completely revamps it. It's just, to me, it's unlikely they do that, just because it seems like they add it or put in a lot of effort into the user interface and the whole bond system and the new equipment thing that shows up in the garage to take it out at this point. But to me, it's honestly, it's this, after a good patch in 9.18, they're basically adding something in that literally nobody asked for. So they went from doing what their player base wants to doing something that nobody asked for and a lot of people hate. So I like the E75 and the E100 Gavistar. Do I play them if nobody asks for it? Right now, no, only because, I pretty much am trying to grind out tanks. And, I've been done that grind for a while, but, they're both very good tanks. I do enjoy playing them. But yeah, if I play them, if it's just me popping on for a little bit, which unfortunately is pretty much never at this point with my work schedule. Yeah, if it's not a tank I'm grinding or a premium tank, I typically don't play it unless it's requested. But they are those two are very good tanks. We need another spot, and nobody's spotting except for this T-71. Which I'm gonna get maybe 3 shots here. He ran into a rock. That's his own undoing there. That batch hat pushed across the bridge. Honestly, they should just give up on that. It's not going to be worthwhile pushing him out of there. I'm just going to see if this Oni... they did get him, that Skoda. Never mind. Changed my opinion there. But hello, Rich. Nice to see you. For tank requests, I should keep mentioning it. Basically, there's a new command. Please use its exclamation point request and then put any tanks after it you'd like to play. It's easier for me to pick them out in the chat. Since it is the first stream now, I'm going to try my best to keep up. It's just, it's harder for me to, keep up on chat and pick everything out. It's been like causing me to get schizophrenia or something. Trying to freaking skim read as fast as possible. That's... Well, it's not the... I don't know. Basically, the whole rank thing, like, other people, like, not that I always speak the best of, but Quickie Baby made a video about it, and honestly, usually when he goes on a rant about something, like, I typically agree with him, and it's just, to me, it's just, they're adding the whole ranked equipment bond thing, and like I said a little bit ago, literally nobody asked for this, and the way it's balanced out is just, it's not thought out for something that is gonna cause a lot of confusion and anger for people. Like, basically, if you take the game seriously, they're telling you grind out ranked mode, and yeah, if you want this basically carrot on a stick here. Oopsie daisy, I need to turn first. I'm hoping that I'm small enough to where they don't shoot me, but yeah, bat. And I guess bounced. Awesome. Okay, I'll take a chance and stay out here. Just getting out of siege mode there to see if I can prevent him from hitting me. But he's probably gonna just barely. There we go. Whew, that was a little bit of a tough shot. It's hello, Uber. Nice to see you. Hello, John. Nice to see you as well. Well, it's not even making the game more competitive, honestly. Like, not to say that you're completely wrong there, but the game with the ranked mode in mind, it is to make, there to be a easily accessible competitive game mode for people to play. And I just died. Oh well. At least I did 2,700 damage. That's not too bad there. Basically, with the bonds and the equipment that they're putting in, so it's going to be, as far as what I saw for the amount of time I could watch, basically you're playing the ranked mode, you're gaining bonds through the ranked mode, and you're going to be able to, there's another little equipment slot where you can put in special things you only can buy from bonds from that ranked mode. And with that, which, surprise, surprise, I switched to the 14 centimeter gun here, finally. It's going to basically buff your tank beyond what any other things, like, it's not a, say it's 1,000% boost to your DPM, but it's pretty significant. And with that, it completely breaks the balance from people that don't have that on there. And that's the main problem of, like, it basically breaks the balance to where you're trying to have a ranked mode based off of skill, and also if it bleeds over into random battles as well, and yet you're adding in this feature to get people to play this mode that specifically breaks balancing. It just... it doesn't really make too much sense. Garbad's on my team. I just remember back to when I was in my FV 183 and I ended up one-shotting him, but Well, I do agree he bitches about a lot of things, but some videos he makes on changes, I'll have to agree with him on this one. But even if you don't have a tier 10, you still see tier 10s if you're in 8s and 9s, so you know, you still gonna have to contend with it. Do you really want to be in a tier 8 or a tier 9 and go up against even more tier 10s that are even further boosted above you? Don't think many people would want to do that. Thank you very much, Marius, for the, or UK, for the subscription. But yeah, I kind of wish, I can't do it right now, which, thank you very much, Fuzz, for the tip. I'll let my insurance invoice you, Fuzz. You might have to wait a little bit though. Well, if the game's very boring, Matthew, go play Call of Duty or something. But more or less, with the basically requesting tanks during the stream now, I have it tied to the request command, the exclamation point request, and then type what tanks you'd like to see after that. That was really loud. I'm looking to tie it to, you know, you'll spend a very small amount of currency, the Levi biscuits you gain for watching. Basically, I'm looking like, you know, you'll do 10 to be able to request a tank. Just right now, the way the chatbot works, you're not able to, when you purchase something, type something in as you're purchasing to show up on my end. So hopefully that gets added in sooner than later. Which, hello Glenn, nice to see you. Carl Yoma's got it. It's just there's no quotations when you do requests. But I did get I did write down the meal request. I don't have the TVP though. But yeah, since it's, you know, it's gonna take a little bit to get everyone up to speed, even myself, on a different request feature or format. You know, I'm still gonna do my best to get to everything. Just makes it a lot easier for me to pick out my own username in the chat when I scroll through, rather than have to look at everybody's. Hello, Rio and Rick and Folly Catsy, nice to see you. Which I did shuffle around the different ranks as well for watching the stream. So some of you might have become Wooloos again. Basically, I added ranks basically it starts at 0, then it goes 0 hours, 1 hour, 2 hours, and it basically starts doubling once you hit 5 hours, I believe. To where it goes 5, 10, 20 hours, there's a different rank. But I added a bunch of different ones, so that'll be like this chatbot I've said a few times. It's very early on in development, so you know they're adding new features almost daily. From what it looks like, I'm waiting to see if that guy screws up, but it doesn't look okay. I might have a shot on him, but I'm not sure. It does not look like it. Let's see if I can knock that building out. That might come back to bite me if I get spotted. However, if I can get a little bit further up here without being seen, I can plink him. Hopefully. Ah, I missed. Really? You're gonna move up? Thank you, Object 140. Like, I could spend all that time taking the building out, moving up, and yeah. We should be able to get this, though. He should be able to deal with him unless he doesn't have enough shots. I'm not confident that I could actually hit that Yag Tiger in that spot. So I'm just going to take a slightly longer approach here. But I'm a little tired tonight too, so hopefully I can keep a pretty upbeat pace here. I had a really long day at work today. It was a nice day. Everything went well, but I'm a little bit whooped. Plus, yeah, I'm a little sick here. It's nothing major, but yeah, something like the common cold. But it's kind of been draining on me since the last stream. It's never fun, you know, being on your feet for 9+ hours in a kitchen and not exactly feeling 100%. Yes and no. Like, the ranked battles, the way it's set up, even if you put a ton of hours in, if you don't perform well, you're not going to move up to the top ranks where you're going to earn the most bonds after a ranked season ends. So there still is that. However, it will, you know, reward you for playing more. Which, thank you very much, John, for the tip. Surprised it didn't say 140 under there. But more or less, it just seems very unwargaming. Like, not to say Wargaming thinks everything through 100%, but it seems very like ill thought out by them, and they typically do a pretty decent job at thinking things through before releasing it to the basically the public test server right before a patch comes out, because very few things get dramatically changed at that point. And you know, this seems like something that they would have added to Super Test, in my opinion, and then tweaked it from there. But for whatever reason, I guess the Super Testers are like, okay, let's do this, which is a little troublesome. But Gabastar, it only works basically when I have a Fussbot open on my PC, so it only works while it's live. And, you know, basically when the live chat is up during the stream, it counts. Sorry, Matthias, but yeah. I did get your, I can play the mutant. But, yes, basically, it kind of has to, the way I take requests has to change somehow here. Like, I'm going to be trying out different things. It's just, I'm sure you guys, you know, when I have, say, like 100 people watching me some days, you guys don't want to see me sitting there for like 3 minutes scrolling through the chat trying to pick out, you know, a random tank request. So basically, it's got to change to either like a command. I don't want to put it to where, you know, you can only request tanks, say, on Discord or something. You can still do that even outside of the stream beforehand. Like, if anyone requests tanks on Discord before the stream, I always put them right in the beginning. But, because it helps me create a list and kind of plan the stream out beforehand. But during the stream, you know, I have to come up with some sort of system that, you know, allows me to basically not be reading chat for, like, last stream. I was excuse me. I was kind of keeping like a mental tally. Like I read the chat for maybe like it was a 2 hour stream, like 10, 15 minutes of me just sitting there reading the chat. You know, it's not a huge amount of time, but when you think about it, it's a lot of downtime that I could, you know, fit in another match or two. And basically, it seems to me the rank thing. They're trying a little bit too hard to get people into the game mode. Like World of Warships, they, you know, reward people with credits and experience, and I think it's still where if you reach the top rank, you get like a limited premium ship for a certain amount of time before the next season ends, stuff like that. And you know, people play that ranked mode. You don't need to give them some unbalanced equipment to slap on their ship. But yeah, it still remains to be seen what they do with it. Like I'm not a fan of it, but if it does come out, it's just one of those things. At least it's not completely game breaking, but it's certainly annoying in my eyes. Is my team gonna push here at all? Like, I would like to get another shot on something, but nobody's really moving around anywhere. Awesome. And I could probably die by that KV1 now that I got hit by Artie. It's just, you know, I'm in a little light here, and it would not have helped me to literally go anywhere else on the map in my eyes. Like, if I'm over on the other side, I'm not helping my team kill tanks, which, you know, is kind of what we need to do here. Ah, shit, are you kidding me? 6 HP. I thought he was going to burn down. If he didn't get set on fire, I was going to drop off the cliff before he reloaded, but I thought he was going to burn. Oh well. I guess I should have just played it safe there, but. Honestly, a lot of people I work with, you know, the temperature's been going like 80, 60, and like at night 40. It's all over the place. Everyone's getting sick. You know, it's just like a little head cold. Fortunately, it's not like the flu or something, because that like just murders like a kitchen if everyone has it. No one can work. Can't work with the flu. But thank you very much, Gavistar. Well, honestly, like I plan on reading, or not, sorry, I'm reading while thinking. I plan on playing the rank mode regardless because it's interesting, but I think a lot of people that, like, not to say it's going to fail, because I do want it to succeed, but I think at least for the NA server, I don't think it's going to go over well because the population's low to where people aren't going to want to sit around just for ranked modes after, say, the first few weeks. And then once you add, say, coming into Pipeline Frontline, it's going to dilute the player base even further. But to me, I don't think everyone who says that they want ranked battles to where they're playing against people generally within their own skill range after you get, you know, a few dozen matches in to, you know, get your ideal rank. I don't think they're going to like that because, you know, they're not going to be able to, you know, basically feel, you know, above everyone else. I'm talking about most people that are, say, unicums that are full of themselves. I don't think they're going to like it, to be honest. They're going to play it and get the top rank, and then they're going to go back to random battles and, you know, platoon with 2 other people and just wreck face. I think that's what's gonna happen. But it's just my opinion though. It could be wrong, but I think that's a strong possibility. There's a T-92, but Matthias, I still read chat. It's just, more or less I can't keep up with the chat a lot of times and also play. It's very, not to say distracting. I'm not going to stop reading the chat. It's just, for tank requests, I'm trying to make it to where it's a little bit more manageable and it's not every single stream I get flooded with 30 requests and then I can't play them. Everyone requests them right in the beginning and I either miss some or I can't play them all, and it doesn't make it fun for both ends if you have to wait like an hour to see a tank being played. So alright, I need to, honestly, there's too many of us here. I need to go somewhere else. It's like it sucks because just as I did that, they all got stunned and the E100s came through. Awesome. Alright, so that was ill-timed for me to run away, but I did it, so I'm probably gonna have to run back now, unfortunately. I was gonna push up this center area. This sucks. But more or less, the tank requests, they're gonna have to change somehow, some way. I'm going to be tweaking it to where it's best for both ends. Crap. Yep, I know. Don't really have a good shot, and it's like right now, honestly, I can't even read the chat right now while playing, so it's just one of those things where something's got to break, and unfortunately I've only got 2 eyes. Hello, Viticus, nice to see you. He got me stunned. And unfortunately, I can get one shot up by quite a few things here, and we're getting shot by... Unfortunately, this is pretty much a throwaway game halfway through here. Which hello, Mickey Mike, nice to see you. And Classens, nice to see you as well. Yeah, I can get to the E100. Alright, so let's get on to the T150s, the next one here. I can still read the chat, Glenn. It just takes me a little bit of time to catch up. Hello, Jerry, nice to see you. Poser, basically the only things for tank requests changing that works as far as making it easier on both things It comes down to either putting them on Discord, which, you know, I don't want to separate the chats even more. Basically tying it to a command feature like this, which is very easy to do, or making people purchase them basically with Levi biscuits, the currency, which I don't want to implement unless you guys are able to type them out and they pop up on my purchase screen here. But having moderators, you know, I appreciate everyone who is a moderator here. You know, it does help me out with people trying to control chat, but, you know, to expect them to do that every single stream it's asking people a lot. I wouldn't want to do that. But, you know, I appreciate you know, suggestions though, because, you know, sometimes it's nice to get things from your guys' perspective. Which, thank you very much, Master Ferd, for the subscription. But yeah, it's just one of those things where, you know, we'll find it out. But Ryan's still here. She had just ran out for a second, but more or less, yeah, she wouldn't be able to read them out. You know, she's really busy herself as well. Blame it mostly living in New Jersey. It's expensive here. You almost, you know, if you want to own your own house and stuff, you need to work your ass off to be able to afford it. But it's all good. Whew. Thank you, M44. But, you know, for anyone who feels, you know, hopefully nobody's upset that I have to change the tank request feature, but it basically, you know, I'm gonna tweak it to where it's best for both you and also myself, because at the current pace it was getting to a point where, you know, it was basically harming the stream, and also, you know, personally, you know, me trying to play, it was making things difficult. So thank you very much, Viticus. I'll keep that in mind. Like, hopefully, whenever I have another day off coming up, I'm gonna hopefully get to the Twitch side of things and set up like something like Nightbot and a couple other things over there. I just haven't been able to think that far ahead too much right now. Hello, nice cuppa. Levi, he'll eat as much as you want, but unfortunately he ditched me. Pretty sure Ryan went out and got food, so he's like, see ya, Cody. Alright. I gotta focus here. 88 I was about to say I can hit, but he snuck by there, that VK. I really wish I had popped him. Yeah, she's lucky. Like, I haven't eaten since like 8 a.m. so I'm a little hungry. Today at work it was a lot busier than yesterday, and typically Sundays this time of year things kind of die down because it's mainly Friday and Saturday people are around and Cape May's busy. But yeah, it's just a little bit of a long day, so mainly I'm tired as hell from awesome. I was sticking out. He hit me right there and I couldn't even see him. Just from being a little ill. I'm a little bit beat here. Alright, so next up is the Emil 2 for a tank request. I am going to start, like the Emil 2 is the tank I'm grinding. I'm going to throw in some tanks I need to double here as well. Hello, Backwoods. Nice to see you. The way you can filter chat, it doesn't filter like you're suggesting right now, unfortunately, at this moment. The Fussbot developer, I've requested, which he usually puts requests in that people ask for. Um, I'm looking to add something in the where I can filter a specific command, like the request command, to only show up. So more or less, the commands show up for me and they highlight because they come under my name. That's how I'm able to pick them out easier. But they don't actually, there's no way to filter out and only show, that one command coming up under a message, unfortunately. But it's a little hard for me to think about that right now. But hopefully, I didn't stream yesterday, but there's so many people using this chatbot now. It's kind of picking up popularity on YouTube. Since it's the only one built specifically for YouTube. They actually ran out of basically data. Google, you have to submit awesome. You have to submit they get capped at gigabytes of data used per day, and if it hits that, like Nightbot, the reason it didn't work a couple streams before I switched off of it is they ran out of that data limit, and they have to apply for more, and Google has to grant it. That way, no one floods the server with requests and stuff and overloads it. Ryan can cook, but Viticus, hey, I'm a cook myself. I could have made something quick, but you know, when you get home from working in the kitchen all day, you need to get clean. I had a lot of stuff to do just to be able to get ready. To pop on here. You don't even want to eat after you're done in the kitchen. You want to get grease off of you, even if you don't feel like you get greasy while cooking. It sticks to you. Let's see. I knew I could do more damage. Luckily, I didn't get shot again. That guy was right behind me. Got all that room, but I knew I'd output more damage than what I would take. Thank you, gamer. Yeah, I can play the mouse nice, Kappa. Luckily, I caught that. But yeah, I'm gonna do my best, even if say the request feature isn't used. I'm gonna do my best to basically catch it and still take request. Oh god, I'm gonna get shot here. Luckily, he bounced. Take requests otherwise. However, I might miss them if they don't use the command. I missed them. That was all my bad, and I'm dead. Or at least, yeah, now I'm dead. Hopefully my team... Oh, they're falling behind now. What are you guys doing? I didn't see that half the team... they should have reset, which they did a very good job of, but they split, and the enemy just basically stayed in one blob, and hopefully we're able to come out on top here. Did 3,500 damage. Yeah, the 907 is... Honestly, that thing, I don't know why it got buffed recently. It did not need a buff, in my opinion. But it did. Alright, so next up, the KV-85 is the next request here. Do I like the Emil 2? Yes. I like it a lot better than Emil 1. The mouse is still overpowered, yes. Well, really, since they buffed the turret, the turret is only weak to basically premium rounds or tier 10 tank destroyers. Even flat on, most tanks will bounce off of it. Not 100% of the time, but much more than other tanks' weak spots at tier 10. Say like the E5 lower plate. You're still going to get a lot of bounces ever since they buffed it. It's still damn hard to beat. Basically, you just play around it and then mop it up once you have the numbers. It's not worth fighting, say a mouse a lot of times when, it has 3,200 HP, a shit ton of armor, and a shit ton of damage per shot with a good amount of DPM too. I tend to just kind of work my way around them, hope that we have the numbers at the end, and then kill them. Which I did add in the new balance guy. It seems like they're working on rebalancing things that need it, while also kind of selectively over buffing some tanks that kind of deserve it sometimes, but they just go a little bit too far, and then But at this point, what can you do? Like, unfortunately, none of us, can really scream loud enough to get through to Wargaming's balancing person. He's probably still flipped over with a freaking ATV over on him, or on top of him. Really wish I still had that video. For anyone who doesn't know the story, basically, before the guy got hired, his name's like Kazor or something, the head of Wargaming's balancing department. He was basically a YouTuber, a streamer. He made a ton of videos about World of Tanks, and Wargaming hired him. Well, he had a video up prior to that of him trying to wall ride on an ATV, like kind of at a 45-degree angle up a wall, and he ended up falling over, and it didn't crush him, but probably did not feel good having a freaking ATV fall over on yourself. It was just hilarious. But and I'm dead. Unfortunately, yeah, I just pulled out there. Honestly, I haven't played tanks since the last stream, and right now I'm like loopy, but I'm trying to get into a groove here, and it's just not working out too well here. I'm just glad, honestly, I can talk right now, and I'm not like coughing and not able to chat much, because earlier my throat was killing me. Anyway, though, which kind of have good news that the stream schedule for the most part is not going to change, at least for another two-ish weeks. I do know not this weekend coming up, that's Mother's Day weekend, but the following weekend I am going to have to change Sunday's stream to a different day. Basically that day Ryan will be graduating college with her master's, so I will not be streaming because I will not be here. So that's one that I know I have to change, but I'm pretty sure all the other streaming days in the next couple weeks, even a few weeks, are going to be the same here. So as far as requests, I'm going to play a tank I need a double after this. And then I got the E100 mouse and E75 for requests. Yes, nice, Cuppa. Which, hello, Danny. Nice to see you. Yeah, I like the 100. Pretty sure that's the one I had on there. For mid-tiers, I like guns that are like well-rounded and not slated, you know, to one end of the spectrum or another, except for the KV2, because that's hilarious with the derp gun. Hopefully, I can come up with something she might like. I probably should have just sat in the base, but yeah, yeah, I'm gonna pretty much just have to go back here because T-54 is running away, and yeah, it's just seems like most of the matches here I start going one way and then I have to turn around for the sake of not getting completely shredded apart. I have a full tank request list, Danny. It's in the video description. There's a URL that has all the tanks that I own. I don't think... the Emil 2 again? Yeah, I can get to that. I was about to say, at first I didn't see it work, and I'm like, that request feature really does not like you, Floyd. But yeah, Ryan, you know, she's very excited about it, and yeah, hopefully that day goes well. It's just it's a bit of a drive to the graduation, so I need to take the whole day off from work. Hello, Ronnie. But yeah, as far as the request command, Nice Cuppa, it's just exclamation point request, and then you put your tank after it. Awesome. I'm getting shot by Artie again. Guess I'm the only one spotted because the rest of my team is not doing anything. Trying to grin here. But nope. Awesome. Well, sorry that this match sucked. Alright, I need to... because I've had a lot of crap. At least we're winning. But I've had a lot of crappy matches in a row here. It's time for me to... honestly, not to say not think of my teams, but basically start playing a little bit more for myself and hope wins come with it. I'm still very far from the Kronwagen, like over 200,000 experience. Like, right now I'm mainly focusing on the E50 and the Type 4 heavy grind, and they're even probably going to take me a month to get through at this rate. I do have a lot of free experience, but I don't want to use it on grinding the actual tank experience out. So, yes, she has. Well, hopefully, well, pretty much the Sunday graduation day is, half of it's basically the graduation itself. The other half will probably be something around here for, like our families and stuff. I guess I'm going to give it a shot over here. I do platoon, Danny. Basically 2 out of 4 streams, I do platoon with anybody who wants to join. With 9.18, though, I kind of have to limit it to people who it helps if you have up to tier 10. If you don't have up to 10, I can play a few matches, but since it's only same tiers now, it's a little bit more difficult to platoon unless you have all the tiers. But, feel free to shoot me a friend request. The on-track things, it's pretty hard to guesstimate what they will be if they're not listed in the calendar on the World of Tanks website. Pretty much the easiest way to guess, which is, it's not foolproof, but you kind of see which ones haven't been offered in a while or the least amount and kind of go off of that. But, thank you very much for the subscription, Danny. I got 2 TDs I gotta worry about here. Yep, and an E5, obviously, because he's sitting in the base. Yeah, like, only having up to tier 6, like, on the days I'm platooning, if there's a slot open, I could play like a match or two, but Further than that, it's a little bit difficult for me to do that. Because usually my tank requests I get, fall between like 8 to 10. But, I'm still open to playing, a match or two. Tier 8 premiums are expensive. That was pretty mean, Matthias. Honestly, you should be a little bit nicer to people. I know you've been around the chat for a while, but telling someone to go uninstall is not exactly fine with me. I might nice Kappa. We'll see. It depends on if she gets one or not. Because I will be streaming the Monday after, I hope. Hello, T Thunder. Nice to see you. Yeah, I'm probably not going to want to throw too much APCR here. Unfortunately, though, our M41 bailed out, so we can't spot now. I guess I'm going to bail out, too, because it'll be easier for me to push up this way. Thank you very much, Pete, for the subscription. But next up, as far as what I'm playing, E100 mouse, E75, Emil 2, and a 113 I have. Probably say, looking at that, I don't have too much time for more tanks, but if you want to request more, I'll keep adding them and do my best to get to them all. Which I did see your message, John, on Discord. That's kind of... I keep saying, people do have problems with the YouTube chat. They've changed it, basically the back end of it, recently, and it seems like there's still some bugs to work out with it. Basically, on YouTube side, they're changing a lot of things with the live chat and like adding in super chat to where they're going to add a lot more features for streams and live videos in the coming months. But basically, they're doing a lot of work on the back end before they get to that. Thank you very much, Chopper, for the subscription. I was about to say I was going here, but you're dead now. I don't know why the T-62 decided to stay there, but he did. Shit, I got shot in the side, which is pretty much a almost automatic ammo rack in this. And crap, I don't have a repair kit now. I don't have the best repair skill either, and he's able to keep me permatracked, which is awesome. At least he shouldn't see me, but he's still just gonna blind fire because, yeah, why not? He knows he can keep me permatracked, so he's just gonna shoot me, and this Lorraine's gonna kill me here. At least I can waste a couple shots of him, and yeah. Oh well. Honestly, if I'd stayed out with the T-62A, we probably both would have died, but I was just trying to do something a little bit different, and that didn't exactly work. But with the E5 at their base, I couldn't directly push in and try to attack him. I would have got torn to shreds. So, sorry, Mickey Mike. I'm gonna play it with the 150. It just, it comes down to trying to keep that kind of that rule I have where I don't want to switch guns and stuff on things because it's a slippery slope. I don't want to have to, do it for some and then don't do it for others, stuff like that. I have not tried the test server yet, Nice Cuppa, but I've seen people's opinions, videos, and stuff about it. But yeah, I just haven't had time to even download it. Thank you very much, Rick, for the tip. Thanks. I'll have to tell her that you guys tipped her for a graduation and she has to play for 2 hours. Danny, I've been playing since 2011. Hello, Darko. Nice to see you. Trust me, Carl. I understand some. I understand some bad ones. You guys have seen a lot of them too. Usually, though, when I say like I've had a bad game, I judge it off of my HP total. I like to always hit my HP, but specifically, I consider it a failed match if I screw up and I hurt my team's chance to win. If we lose by a ton, and I knew I did everything to the best of my ability and the tank's ability, I'm typically fine with that. But me, I mainly play for wins. I'd play with Levi, but he ditched me. Ryan is food. My battle count, I don't know it off the top of my head. I think it's around like 16, 17,000. Something along those lines. So I was kind of hoping someone would buy something with Levi Biscuits today, but I'm still adding in lower cost items. But right now, I think the lowest one's like 1,000. But unfortunately, that's for tipping Levi a dog treat and having him do tricks. But he's not in the room. Damn dog ditches me now. All right, they should be able to kill that. There we go. As I'd say, the Scorpion can hit him. Like I've been in that back spot enough to know him driving that far through. He's a goner. Apparently he does. He's been ditching me a little bit more frequently in the past couple weeks. Honestly, I think he's a little bit angry that I'm back at work full time. Honestly, you know, going from having me basically, thanks for ramming me. You know, I was basically off for about 2.5 months, and I saw him every day, you know, for a lot of hours, and now it goes to I'm here from like 4 p.m. to like 9 p.m. basically. Okay, 18,000. That's a little bit up there. I was about to say, I remember when I started streaming last year at this point, and I think I had about little over, it was between 10 and 11,000 matches. So from 2011 until early last year, I had a little over 10,000 matches. Now I've got 18,000. You guys are pretty much a direct cause for that, which I'm very grateful for. If you guys weren't watching me, I probably wouldn't have played this much. No, I want him to ram me too. Yeah, it's a lot of matches for me in a year. Which this is how well the E100 can do when people aren't shooting premium rounds at you every single shot. I was just waiting until I didn't hit his gun there. But yeah, when people throw premium rounds, specifically heat rounds, E100 feels very squishy, but other matches like this, it feels like it was before you know, they became a thing. Which I chuck almost pure heat out of this thing. It's just a habit I can't kick. Oh, sad face. I wanted him to keep running away that direction. I think the T-32... I could see them... Honestly, like, I do think it needs a buff. However, the way I would go about it is give it a basically the T-25, the Patriots 90 millimeter, which is closer to what the T-32 was planned to have equipped. More or less, it was never planned to hold a 105 millimeter from what I know about the tank, and it was planned to have basically a high velocity 90 millimeter, i.e. the T-26E5. That's the name there. Basically, it should have that gun. To me, give it that gun, let people choose between the 105 and the 90. Balanced. Done. So. Hello, Joshua. Nice to see you. Hopefully someday, Joshua. Basically, until I can get like a set streaming schedule, like my work schedule changes every few weeks here right now. I'm mainly focusing on just streaming World of Tanks. I'm hoping in the summer though, like I will do one stream a week where it's kind of a random game and I'll switch it week to week. So that is a possibility. Battlefield 1 pops up again. I barely even have time to get on and stream this. Some days. That's life of a chef though. Like how my days off are I still have to worry about basically say like a dozen things on my days off as far as like ordering food, figuring out when I get back what the prep lists and everything are going to be. So it's a lot of work in season for me. It doesn't die down until basically like October for me. So a lot of T10s, yes, I've seen that, Viticus. Pretty decent match though. Almost 7k damage, I think. Got a Mastery Badge First Class, High Caliber Award. Yeah, I'm part of a Heat Spammer Anonymous. Oh, that was a pretty good match. Thank you for requesting the E100 there. So hopping into the mouse next. Thanks, guys. But the American tanks are in the pipeline for getting rebalanced. They're going to shuffle around the mediums, from what I understand, a lot. Possibly add more. But it is in basically how they did the German tank or the German tech tree in one patch. Rebalance a lot of them, shift the tech trees around, add a little bit new tanks in. They plan on doing that, from what I understand, to the American tree and also the Russian tree. The three oldest tank trees. So just when that's coming, who knows? Which hello, Robo. Nice to see you. Yes, I'm on NA East. I guess I'm going to head down in the ditch here. There's no Artie. And yeah, I'm in a mouse. Which didn't get to mention, for anyone who gains a lot of Levi biscuits here. Which hello, Thai download. Hopefully you're not just a bot, but hello. There are some more things in a loyalty shop. Hopefully some of them are pretty interesting. Trying to come up with ideas. So if anyone has any more ideas, I'm all ears. Discord's the best place to put any ideas for that. Hello, Sidro. Yeah, I could see why they didn't stop at tier 9 for lights, just because at that point, why not go to 10? That way they're done with it, and they don't have to, But, yeah, unfortunately commands don't work on Twitch. As far as right now, I don't have anything set up there. Hello, Martin. Uh-oh. Awesome. I didn't angle enough. Yep, that was my bad. Honestly, I was kind of daydreaming and reading chat there. That's what I'm trying to avoid with, you know, trying to change chat so it's a little easier for me to read. But, yeah. Keep your turret angled, and I still bounced. Maybe I shouldn't have went in the ditch here, but we'll see. I should still be able to push here. No. There we go. I was just not gonna like if that JPZ hit me again. But at least I'm in a mouse. I still got frickin' almost as much HP as a tier 10 heavy tank here. My Discord, actually, believe it or not, it's on my, if you can see it, right where my webcam is. There's the URL for the invite. But I can try to post a invite URL here after this match, though, if that helps. Hello, Tig. Nice to see you. I'm hoping so, Dana. Basically, you know, since it's spring here, like I'm doing it at work, trying to do it during the stream too. Basically make things to where when I'm like super swamped during the summer, because, you know, at this point last year I was just starting out at streaming. You know, I didn't stream as much as I am now. And it was more of just like, you know, some of you guys were, you know, around then too. And, you know, it's a big difference. So I'm trying to figure out what works best and easiest. That way, you know, when I'm like dead after work, you know, during the summer and like drained, it's very easy for me to just pop on and set the stream up without needing a hour to basically cobble everything together, which is what it takes me at this point. Comfortably, it takes me an hour to get the stream set up. It's a lot for me to put together. So, no problem, Viticus. I'm gonna head here just because if they're gonna reset the cap, they've got to kind of go through me. Yeah, it wasn't gonna help my team if I try to go sit on our or their cap, because, you know, I'd still be driving there. Let's try 50B. Thanks for the damage there. I missed my last shot. Oh well. The Black Prince. I don't mind playing the Black Prince. The FV215B Uber. The tank, it kind of grows on you, but it is a very, very hard tank to play. But, you know, it's mainly the best thing you can probably do in the FV215B is try to stay around your maximum view range and away from a lot of hilly terrain. You know, so you're going to want to try to basically fight right around this area in it. And then later on into a match, then you kind of dive in a little bit closer. Hello, Abdul. Nice to see you. Do I ever play? No, I do not. Blue Stealth? Can't say I know the name. But I have, you know, unfortunately I don't watch a ton of other people. Which, thank you very much, Albert, for the subscription. Yeah, I barely have enough time just to get on a computer nowadays, and being able to watch someone else's, you know. The only time I really do that is when I'm like editing something on my website or changing things around, which I've been sorely neglecting at this point. I did get a free flag. I think it was for Cinco de Mayo. Oh, you sold it. You sold the FE. Ah. You just made me sad there. See, I like that tank, but it's mainly based off of my memories of when it first got released, and it was basically a no armored heavy tank with the best tier 10 gun you can imagine. I can add the 215B on. I will say, you know, I'd said a little bit ago, I just briefly mentioned it, like I'm not sure if I can get to all these requests at this point. Like I have 40 minutes left, and I do have a few requests before, you know, the Black Prince and the 4502B here. And the OI experimental was on there too. But yeah, any commands that you use with the chatbot, basically, they have to be at the start of your message, and you know they're always an exclamation point for you guys. See you 23. Thank you very much for watching. I can try to get to Abdul, the Liberté. I will do my best. I'm not sure, you know, if I'll have time though. I'm gonna try to fit them all in here. You're blocking my shot. I know I can overmatch him. I get that, Uber. Well, hopefully someday you'll repurchase it and experience the full glory of being lit on fire every match. I'm just kidding. Pretty sure Levi is not spiting everyone gambling today because he isn't here. Or he's here, but you know, he decided to ditch me for Ryan tonight. Sad face. I do not own the AMX M445, I believe. Unfortunately, yeah. If I can't speak Brazilian, which would be Portuguese, I believe. Hopefully I'm not wrong. I just know that they do not speak Spanish to my knowledge. We're definitely gonna have a very hard time getting back to base unless we just floor it here. I'm sorry, 110. It's just I would rather not get capped out, and that's literally the thing that we have to worry about the most here is getting capped out. Yeah, they got 3 on there, but it seems like I'm the only one that really cares about it right now, though. Yeah, there's 15 seconds. Screw you guys. Yeah, I took my shot there, and I knew it was a low probability of me damaging him. Now I can damage him, though, if I can hit his lower plate, but here we go. Just, we had a slight advantage here, and I was the only one trying to push back to the base, unfortunately. See you, Chopper. Thank you very much for watching. Caesar, I do not play on the PS4. I play on the PC. Which, unfortunately, you know, I did a bit of damage, but I guess I could have switched it around a little bit to where I went back to base a little bit sooner. Next tank up here. Sorry, I was just clicking around on my other screen for a second. Okay, the meal 2 is up again. So let's get to that. But I'm also thinking tomorrow. It really depends on how much time I have before the stream. I know a few of you guys mentioned 9.19. I may see if I can pop on there for a little bit, but I'm gonna, if I have time to actually download it, which I don't know if I will, I'm gonna take a peek and see if it's actually worthwhile to stream it, because you know the main thing around it's ranked mode and bonds. And really, yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be worth streaming it. I know there's other things coming with it, which most sought after feature that is finally coming is you'll be able to use female crew members with the male crew members and use the brothers in arms together. They're finally implementing that, which is nice. I can add the comment on Abdul, but I'll try to get to it. Yeah, it's just my time is sorely lacking today. But yeah, you know, I'm gonna actually see if I have time to download the test server. I did just update and download Sandbox is up again, which I'm a little surprised that, you know, there's not a lot of news popping out about that yet. I haven't been able to pop on it, but Sandbox server is up and running again, a new phase of it. So I'm gonna have to take a peek out what that is about. I wish, Randall. Sorry, ST1. I'm gonna stick with you, but I'm still not loaded. Ooh, my turret was all wonky there. I don't know why it was turning the other direction. Oh, that's no fun. Really? Really? I know why I bounced off of him, but still, really. Yes, Joshua. I would say the STB one is very good. Just basing that off of like public battles. I'm not sure about clan wars and stuff, but ooh, I just got penetrated by a frickin' SPG, which it happens. Please don't. He's gonna aim at me. I'd aim at me. Yeah. Pretty much if I had moved, I would have got shot by the IKV. Really did not expect 1,000 damage from a penetrating SU-14 one shot, but it happens. I definitely wasn't moving around as much as I probably should have, so yeah. That's on me. If this is anyone from the stream, let me know, but I'm soloing for this stream. Crazy camo. Oh, I know what you mean now, Piticus. How many hours of gaming a week is a good limit, Carl? To me, it all depends on You know, I see that come up a lot, like people debating it, but it all depends on, you know, how it's a person by person basis as far as trying to figure that out. Like for me, like right now, the only time I really game and have time for is when I stream. So what's that? It's 9 hours a week for me. Um, Personally, I would never like at this point, you know, not to say I'm a full fledged adult. I don't consider myself one. You guys might think differently, but I don't consider myself a full fledged adult yet. um, like I probably would never say game more than 2 hours right now, but that's just because I have a lot of different things juggling. Like I used to, before, you know, meeting Ryan and owning a house and stuff, I played probably 4 hours a day, I'd say, gaming. So, but really, you know, it comes down to, you know, the person in question. As long as you're, you know, getting out and moving around and stuff, you can game as much as you want. It's definitely not healthy, though, you know, only doing that every single day, of course. Less than 2 hours a day? Yes. Like, honestly, if I wasn't streaming, I'd still play tanks and stuff. But when I wasn't streaming before, I mainly only tried to play when, say, Ryan wasn't home or stuff like that, basically not to impact, you know, our time together. Unless I was, like, really bad day at work, needed to play a video game to, you know, get some stress out on killing some pixels. That was a bad shot. My blacklist is now like a kind of a mixed bag. I mainly tried to put trolls and bots and stuff, but thank you, person who I cannot read their name, for subscribing. Thank you very much. This might be very bad if their FV4005 is back here. Yeah, basically, you know, even with keeping on the topic of how much is too much gaming, usually if I'm not, like, say, streaming or making videos or stuff and I'm playing, I typically play long enough to where, you know, I get on, I play a few matches or whatever of whatever I'm playing, or if it's like on the PS4 for like a single player game. Once I start feeling like, you know, my legs stiffen up or, you know, basically getting disinterested, I just turn it off, you know. Typically that for me is like an hour. Usually Levi's a pretty good timer for me, though, before he starts looking at me like, outside? Take me outside. Can't say no to him. Do I get off the cap and go at him? Alright, I just missed. They're gonna come to me. Hello, Last King and Gunner. Well, that would have some dire consequences, because I would not have a house to be able to stream and play video games from, since it's both in our names and we both pay for it. And there's like a 0% chance, unless I hit the lottery, to be able to afford a house in New Jersey by myself. I'd have to like buy a tent, and work, put my computer off of like a fold-up table. T92's gonna die. I thought he was like sitting there pointing at me. Yeah, well, hopefully everything goes well, Abdul, with your checkup. Sorry you can't really hear me all the way. Usually kind. But, alright. Trying to get in as many tanks as possible, so right on to the Black Prince here. There we go. Just trying to squeeze in as many as possible since I can't go past 9 here. Like, I will say, I love New Jersey growing up here. And it is really expensive and a lot of stuff. Like, they're spending $300 million in New Jersey just to renovate the state capitol building, which, I guess it's necessary, but it's also necessary, like, a town, like, about 45 minutes away from me. One of their main bridges, one of the two, is closed for the entire year now. Basically, if there's ever a hurricane and that's not open, basically, screw you people, you're on your own. That's closed down because they've neglected to repair it. Yep, that's not important at all. A bridge to get people off of an island that floods. But, yeah, what do I know? Nobody wants to talk about that. I never said that, Uber, no. I think both of us would be jumping up and down in joy that we would only have to work a normal work week of one job for the foreseeable future. And maybe a new roof. That's my next big thing this year to get on for the house. Not that there's anything wrong with it yet, but there's going to be sooner than later. Well, most people, when they say it's horrible in New Jersey, think about Central or North Jersey. It's more like New York. People are very rude. There's a ton of people crammed in. It's really expensive to live here. And, yeah. I fortunately live in southern New Jersey to where, for most parts of the year, there's a lot less people and there's a lot more trees. There's more trees than diners. Which most of New Jersey can't claim. Yep, that's pretty much it, Russ. Guess I'm gonna go this way. I thought my team honestly was gonna push out here, but no. Hey, awesome! Their IS turned over. Yeah, Cumberland County. Yeah, I would say that is South Jersey. Yes. I'd say Cumberland's closer to where Ryan, my girlfriend, lives than Cape May here. Or not lives, but grew up in. Crap, I shouldn't have stopped. Nice try. Yeah. Unfortunately, South Jersey, it is bleeding businesses. I agree. South Jersey. Honestly, looking at what some other people pay for taxes in New Jersey, like, it's still high here. But, like, they're like triple if you go frickin' anywhere north. Alright. Alright, I need to not let this... Oh god, there's a SU-122 or ISU. Why didn't you just go right out in front of me? Thank you, T-29. That hurt a little bit. Ah, the charioteer got me. Oh well. Alright. I did alright there, but that wasn't great. Alright, VK4502B. Trying to fit all these requests in. We're getting close. Basically, Glenn, that's what I'm looking to do, yeah. Roofs are definitely something you want to get done before they're, you know, something's messing up. Discord invite, Viticus. Sorry if I forgot about that. Here we go. Which one is this? Ah, shit. I might have just screwed that up. There we go. That would be the... Hopefully that went to everything. Cape May is pretty much as far as you can get down there. Fortunately. It's nice not having you know, anything south of you. Most of the time. It can get a little bit boring in the winter. Carl, the way to earn Levi biscuits, basically if you watch on YouTube and you chat once per 20 minutes, it'll count you as a active viewer, and you gain 20 biscuits for 20 minutes of watching. You also, there's a one-time bonus for when you subscribe to YouTube. It's like, I think I said it 50 or 100. You also gain 100 per dollar or any other currency that you tip through Super Chat. If you tip through Streamlabs, I do go back and I credit you basically the Levi biscuits for tips through Streamlabs as well. It takes me one extra stream to be able to do that. That guy has no fire extinguisher. Shame on you. I probably could have shielded him, but I was shaming him. I really didn't think anyone could hit him again. Thought he wasn't visible. He probably thinks I'm a dick. D-Pan? You know, possibly. We'll see. Honestly, I didn't even know I was getting close to 5k subs. Thanks for pointing that out. Thank you very much, Fei Lang. Hopefully that's close for the subscription. Oh, quite the contrary, Gunner. I don't think any state wants, like, any president visiting and staying for a long period of time to pay for it. That's all I'm hearing. I don't like getting into politics, but we've had a few, not presidents visit, say Cape May, but high-profile people before in politics, and our town's small enough to where it basically shuts it down, and it's like, you're not allowed to live here for a day. Oprah was here once, and everyone, like, shat their pants. It was kind of sad. Or Oprah wasn't here once, but people found out she owned a house, and they basically bombarded it until I believe that she sold it. That's what happens. I did not get the Thunderbolt. I don't think it's worth the money. It's not a bad tank, balance-wise, but if you own, basically if you own the Fury, the Jumbo Sherman, any other tank around that tier, you basically have a tank comparable to the Thunderbolt without having to spend monies on it. Because pretty much it's just situated between the Easy 8 and the Jumbo Sherman. Like, sandwiched between the two as far as playstyle and balancing goes. And to me, it's not appealing to buy. Plus, with the amount of premium rounds, you're buying a tank that is kind of based around its frontal armor. And it has less DPM than the Easy 8 and the Jumbo Sherman. And if that armor is not working too well, which a lot of matches, most tanks relying on armor, they don't work very well right now, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage playing that. Trying my best not to cough right now. I think I broke my mute button on the microphone. I really hope, like, I'm streaming again tomorrow night, 7 to 9, same time. I will be platooning then, unless I'm on the test server, but I don't think I'm going to do it just because, you know, while there are changes in 9.19, it's not like a huge patch as far as, like, new tanks and stuff like that. But I will be platooning tomorrow if anyone is interested. Bounce off me. He's not going to bounce off me. Pretty decent match though. 3,500 damage pretty much. And yeah, they got this. Alright, so for tank requests, I still have 3. I'm going to do my best to get to them. Right now is the OI experimental. Let me find this guy. Here we go. Alright, I guess gave you permissions on Discord, Viticus. Alright, pretty decent matchmaking here at the very least. But hopefully though I'm gonna figure out how I want to, you know, set all this stuff up with the stream overlay and whatnot. Honestly, I'm very indecisive sometimes. Right before the stream, I was fiddling around with adding, like on my webcam here at the bottom is that Discord server for the stream. Shows how many people on, and it has that URL there. That's an instant invite to the public chat. Which thank you very much for us for the invite, or not invite, subscription. Sorry. I've been up since 4 a.m. But I was actually tinkering around, and OBS, what I use to stream, Discord has a really neat overlay for the chat, but you know, I can't put too many chats on the stream overlay here. Like I have YouTube's, you know, I could put, you know, Twitch's, Discord, yeah, it would just get a little out of hand, unfortunately. Can you hold the Alt button when I shoot? That just changes the overhead things. I could buff, you know, my microphone, yes. Really what I would do is I would lower the other volumes, honestly. Like I can actually do that right now a little bit. Just a little pinch. I don't want to... I am a very quiet person. I don't want to turn the gain up on my microphone anymore because it'll start becoming a little staticky, and it actually picks up my keyboard and mouse even more so than it does already. But I do keep kind of bumping them every few streams. The main problem I have is Wargaming, when you're zoomed in close, it's really loud, and zoomed out, it's, you know, less loud as far as the sounds. So I'm always trying to find a sweet spot between the two, and yeah. Why are you petting me now? Stop shooting me there. It's not nice, especially because, yeah, I don't have a ton of armor. And yeah, PZ4H, then the other two guys just sat there. I probably should have pulled back. At first I thought I was an OI, but this thing doesn't have much armor. Whoopsie daisy. That's what I get. I haven't played that tank in a while. Hello, David. Why haven't you heard of me until now? I do not know. But welcome to the stream, nonetheless. I say that a lot sometimes. I've only been streaming for about a year though, so. Thanks, Carl. I am kind of running on vapors a little bit. Basically, right around 9 here, I just start... That's why I don't want to stream past 9. I just start crashing, you know, getting up at 4 a.m. for work. You can't follow the Shell Poser. That's World of Warships. Pretty much, Gunner. Thank you. I know, when I'm angry, I'm kind of like a normal person. Stream more on Twitch, Viticus? The only thing, honestly, like, the reason I've always stuck with YouTube, I think the quality was more consistent, which it still, to me, is. Until recently, Twitch bumped it up for their non-partners, the bitrate that you can send to them, to where for 1080p streams, which 99% of people do, they're the same now between YouTube and Twitch. But Twitch, the main thing that I don't think I'll ever like make it, say, my main platform. Like, I'm hoping to get the chat onto the screen. Basically have all chats between YouTube and Twitch on the same chat coming up on a stream overlay. I just, you know, I need more time to figure out the code for it to be able to make it very easy to read like the YouTube chat is now. Is Twitch, if you make Twitch your primary streaming place and you set it up to where you're an affiliate or a partner, you're literally not able to stream, or, you know, basically you're locked into Twitch and Twitch alone. I don't like companies that do that, and, you know, to me, I like YouTube that even though I'm a YouTube partner, they honestly could care less if I stream to other places, put videos on other places. Twitch basically says, we own you now, and screw off any other viewers on other services. So... if you remember the first stream that I dual streamed to Twitch and YouTube, it will be similar to that. I just need to hopefully tweak the overlay to where it's like YouTube, the text, to where it's bolded and easy to read without a background. Because I don't want a background on the chat because it, you know, it blocks a lot and it looks weird with a bunch of, you know, random boxes just, you know, floating out there on the stream. The PCB too, yeah, tanks that are always top tier, I guess, yeah. You can't beat that. So many people use that when you have missions, you know, that are capped at tier 4 or down to tier 4. The premium Swedish medium, I like it, but the problem with that is, you know, it's a tier 6 premium, which if you're looking to earn a lot of credits with it, it does not. I will say it is, you know, it is a good tank compared to other Swedish tanks of that tier. It's mainly just a crew trainer, which is why I picked it up. You know, it came out before the Swedish tanks, and I was able to train some of my crews up on it. But I would say performance-wise, you don't have to worry about it. It is a decent tank for as far as, you know, damage dealing, but that's really the only role it has. Yep, pretty much Viticus. That's kind of what I'm shooting for. I can do that, Dana. Just remind me if I forget to add that. I'll try to pop it on Discord before I log off here. That way I don't forget. Thought if I go fast enough, he won't hit my cupola. I would say you'll probably, yes, enjoy the Strev more than the Thunderbolt. Not to say the Thunderbolt's boring for anyone who's bought it, but to me, you know, it's easier just to get, you know, like a Jumbo Sherman, an Easy 8, than it is just to buy a Thunderbolt. Like, it's cheaper. But then again, I might just be nitpicking. I love American tanks, but to me, this one, it's not different enough to get me, you know, excited. I'd rather save my money and buy the Tiger 131. To me, that's a little bit more appealing for these types of tanks that are coming out. So, okay, that works, Dana. Well, the FV215B, pretty much don't get shot in it. I don't even pretend like it has armor unless I can only pop the turret front out and point it directly at an enemy and be like 300 plus meters away. Even though they buffed its armor, it still doesn't stop tier 10 rounds frequent enough to say it has armor. Pretty much, like I am going to play it the next stream. You have to play it kind of like you're, I don't know. Let's see. I'm trying to think of an analogy that's funny and fitting. I don't know, like a terrified chihuahua running around with, I don't know, 200-pound, or not 200, 100-pound dogs playing with it. Basically, you're just running around in 215B, nipping and shooting at things and hoping that they don't smack you down with their 750 alpha guns and stuff like that. That was probably the worst analogy, but give me a break. I'm a little tired here. Alright, so I'm going to do one last tank here, the Comet. Thank you, John, for putting that on Discord. But pretty decent match, Mastery Badge First Class, Steel Wall, Confederate, top damage. Thank you for requesting that, Abdul. So we got the Comet here. Started with the Comet. I guess it's only fitting that we finish with the Comet here. It sounds like fun, but it really isn't. Like, yeah, I really wish they switched the FV215B, only because they initially put it in, and I really liked it. It had even worse armor than it does now, but the gun was basically take a Object 140 or a T62A, give it 400 alpha, and leave everything the same. It was kind of like that. Pinpoint accurate, ton of DPM, and 400 damage, and good penetration. But to me, they should take it out, honestly. Put the Chieftain in. Just swallow your pride and do it, Wargaming. Because the FE215B, the 120mm heavy, is fictional. They never planned a 120mm cannon in it. The turret is pretty much made up for the most part for that specific chassis. It's just, I don't know why they went that route in the beginning. That was very close for a master. I was lacking the assist damage. That's typically matches where you're like, this isn't an ace and you have a lot of damage. Typically the assist damage is what nips you in the butt. Oh, I thought I was going to hit him. I'm mainly going up here because I don't think I'll be able to do anything in the south, but I don't particularly want to go up here. Oof. Alright, he's got the derp gun. That's not... yeah, no. I'm just gonna... This is my last match. I'm gonna... Yeah, we need to honestly run. Like, I don't know why RT49 pushed all the way out there, but he did. Yeah, this is not good. This couldn't be... Like, I like the map for this tank, but the Comet does not scale very well when you're facing higher tiers, because you do not have the alpha to go up against other tanks that are higher tier than you. I think I might switch into a bait mode here. Rub it in our faces, Dana. Console has the Chieftain. I know that wasn't your goal, but yeah. Consoles and the Chinese server. I guess they're the only ones that can get the Chieftain tank forever at this rate. Somebody shoot him. I've spotted him just for you. Pretty sure this is going to be a very, very bad last match, but I guess I should have known that for coming out here. Alright. Oop, my turret was not engaged. Please don't one-shot me. He missed me. I'm definitely gonna die here. There's no doubt about it, but yeah. This is my last match though, guys. I'm gonna maybe stick around to the end. We'll see how long it lasts. Kind of got myself down the rabbit hole there. Joshua, I actually talked about him a little bit earlier. Well, I don't particularly like watching Quickie Baby, and I think he does a good job. I agree with him on some things, like 9.19 he made a video about, I believe. I watched some clip, at the very least, about it earlier when I was at work. He made good points on a lot of things. Do I like watching his stuff, though? Not really, but... he does a very good job, and there's a reason why people watch him. He is entertaining to watch. I know not everyone likes him, so. But hey, I don't blame him for, he did help the game probably more, him and Jingles more than any other, players, because like I know Russian streamers, there's a lot that are a lot more popular than them. Especially inside Russia, but for promoting the game outside of it, they did a really good job. Which yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully we can get a win here, but I don't know about it. We'll see how long this. Sometimes matches on Swap take forever, but yeah, you know, nobody's perfect. Like, I'm definitely not perfect. I just sound like a little squeaky mouse. Someone at work said I'm like a little mouse. That's kind of my nickname there now, because I just show up behind someone and they're like, "Holy shit, didn't even hear you." But yeah. But thank you very much for watching, guys. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to tweak the stream commands a little bit more for the tank requests, and maybe I'll have some more stuff for purchasing in the chatbot URL, or the chatbot website, I should say. The URL for it, I guess, post it in YouTube's chat. You know, it shows you the top viewers, most amount of people, or most amount of coins that people have, and stuff that you can purchase with coins. Thanks, Viticus. Have a good. I'm gonna try. But thanks again for watching, guys, and I'm still holding out hope that this is gonna end quickly. But yeah, I've even added basically with your Levi biscuits. I didn't talk about it earlier. I added, you can get a custom Discord role for the stream Discord. You can basically use Levi biscuits, and I'll send you a random Steam game. For anyone who doesn't know what Steam is, it's essentially, you know, you can buy PC games on it, but I'll send you a random Steam game key. So, free video game out of it. Can't pick it, but, you know, you'll get a random game. But I'm hoping there's even one interesting thing, which I'm not sure if anyone's going to buy it, but I thought it was interesting, to where I think it's like 1,500 Levi biscuits if you spend. You can basically buy, I'll randomly put on the stream, basically say like a little stick man or something hanging off of my overlay. I might even like draw a little stick tank or something, just something funny. And it's not going to be anything crazy because I don't want it to cover up stuff, but it's just something fun. So sorry, Mr. Dingo. And at some point I am going to be able to set up to where you'll be able to get a biscuit for entering like, say, a raffle. I'll put up a question and you guys can vote on what you think the right answer is. Just fun things I might do at the beginning or the end of every stream. I'm more thinking towards the end of a stream to do something like that. So I think it looks cool, Joshua. I probably won't pick it up though, just because, you know, I haven't played one since Black Ops. That was the last one. I got tired of it. Pretty crappy game by my end though, but thank you very much, Felix and Sergeant Rossi, for carrying us there to the win. Viticus, at this point, no, but I'm hoping to set something up over on Twitch, but it's mainly YouTube right now. It's the chat bot for YouTube that does that. But anyway, thanks again for watching, guys. Hopefully I'll see some of you guys tomorrow. If not, have a very good week. My streaming schedule, you know, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday for this week. Anyway, see you guys again. Have a good one.